Who was excited to find out there were girls inside?
Not me. Not me.
One of the beautiful things about childhood, especially young children that are under 9, 10 years old, is that they haven't learned to put on the different masks that society tells them to. They still are interacting with the world and taking in lessons from it. And before they learn those lessons, they're just natural people. And you get to see things like natural boys and girls liking each other. And it's beautiful.
That boy with the orange t-shirt, the tall one, he's an African mermaid to each other. I'm James. What is your name? Molly. Molly? Oh my God, he heard me. Oh my God, he knows my name, Molly.
How often do we see television shows these days that show just genuine not the hypersexuality or the materialism, just boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy likes girl, girl likes boy back? It's rare to see, but I mean, it's stinking cute.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Get down here right now. Get down here right now.
Of course, the sad thing about kids is that they are sponges, and unfortunately, a lot of times in our community, if they're in the wrong place, they're going to learn lessons that are going to be ones that endure for the duration of their lives.
She did have some qualities for me, and I do got some qualities. What were some of the ones that you said?
She needs a man she needs a man that cooks for her. And this is guys, if you have a husband that plays on the video games all day, you better break up with him.
On this particular TV show, that's a joke. But she's already learned a pattern for interacting with boys already that is 180 degrees different from what we saw to open this video. You better cook, you better clean, you better not be on those video games all day. And that's the prism under which she's going to see love. I mean, she's learned the jock block from the very beginning.
I am loving life, Michael. Miss Veranda, stay dodging bullets. I am all about the push-off method.
So what kind of effect does it have on these young girls? We saw a young girl at the beginning of this video. She sees boys, she likes boys, she's jumping up and down, she's happy. And then she goes out into the world and there's Oprah waiting with this message.
Codependency goes like this. I'm going to take all the love and all the resources and everything that I have and everything that I am, and I'm going to pour it into you. And then I'm going to stand outside of you like I'm standing outside a pawn shop begging you to give me some of it back, right? I'm going to beg you to give me some love. Meanwhile, I've just emptied myself of all that I contain into you. And now I'm going to beg for scraps.
Now imagine being the young boy in second grade looking across the classroom at the girl that gives you butterflies and her looking across the room at you because you give her butterflies, and you guys are acting up a little bit in class because you just like each other's little kids. And your teacher is listening to this podcast.
I've heard it called a crumaholic too. I'm going to beg for crumbs. I'm going to beg for scraps. Now, that's bad math, right? It's like, What if we cut out the middleman and you just pour all of that love and resources into yourself, right?
Or let's say your teacher believes in this kind of philosophy.
But I didn't know how to do that, and I didn't think I was worthy of that. And I was taught by my culture that what you do is you go out and, especially women are taught this.
Yes.
You get love by pouring in, and then you hope that you get some back.
That's right.
And you give up and sacrifice for this person.
This is why you write later in the book that women who are married end up being unhappier because they've given, where on the other hand, the men who are married are just fine.
Stats tell us that oftentimes a woman teacher is going to turn to that boy student and say that your behavior is an issue for this class and you need to find a way to sit down and be quiet, and that may involve him starting some substances.
Because they're the ones who are being taken care of. They're the ones who everybody is pouring everything into.
This is called the marriage benefit imbalance. And marriage is a very good deal for men. It's not a good deal for women.
And she might turn to that young girl and say, why are you even worried about boys? You should be worried about what you want to do with your life, your career, et cetera, et cetera.
But the question remains, who's playing the traditional role of the wife in this relationship? Meaning, who's overgiving.
If a woman like this is a teacher of a class of young boys and girls, she is naturally going to be repulsed by what we saw in the beginning of this video. And that's just the beginning of it, because there are so many messages now, like the rich auntie who finds being a mother detestable.
The push-off method?
Whenever I'm getting freaky with a dude and he even looks like he about to finish, I push his ass up off me. Like, not up in here. Do that mess outside.
Outside?
Yeah, he can't even do it inside because that's risky, baby.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age. I literally have not met anyone who's happy, anyone who has like light in their eyes, anyone who has slept.
And if the message is not be the rich auntie because children are a pain in the neck, then it's date guys who have money because, regular guys that are doing regular jobs, yuck.
All women want is money. Okay, well, if you know that, then you need to make some. What's the problem? You know that's all women want. Why not make it? Hello? 1 + 1 = 2.
That boy with the orange t-shirt, tall one, he's an African woman chava.
And if it's not about getting a guy with a bag, then it's about trying to soothe your feeling deficient because of the beauty standard that you're seeing around yourself.
You see this person? This is me. And as well, this is me. So I lightened my skin. That's the secret. And I know you might say these are two different people. Do you know what? That's me and that's me. Yes, I whitened my skin. And if you also want to whiten, guess what? I can give you the same products. Just reach out to me.
I'm James. What is your name? Molly. Molly? Oh my God, he hit me. Oh my God, he knows my name, Molly.
Team Sam, go Sam, go, 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 go.
Oh my God, that thing's juicing.
It's juicing, baby. Watch out. Get out of the line. Get out of the
sorry. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Right over here. Right over here.
I'm gonna walk away.
Look at all the juice that's rushing out that Sam just squirted right now.
All right. We're going to walk away now. That's crazy.
That's
it.
And if it's not beauty standards or get a man with a bag or be the rich auntie because motherhood is terrible or men as husbands suck the life force out of you because really marriage is only for men and women don't benefit from it, then it's an over-regulation of these simple interactions that make us human.
Get out of the line. Get out of the
sorry. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Right over here. Right over here.
I'm gonna walk away.
Look at all the juice that's rushing out that Sam just squirted right now.
All right. We're going to walk away now. That's crazy.
That's
it. They're going away.
Why?
Because, bro, you're being a little extra.
That's the whole point, being extra.
You're being mad extra, bro.
Sam, are we on good terms?
No, bro.
It's okay, bro.
I just don't go around like touching people like that because I don't appreciate that.
That's fair.
I don't appreciate that, and like the next girl definitely won't be cool, and I'm not cool about that at all. I'm not gonna scream in your face and tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you, don't do that to people.
The question I would ask is, if you're a young boy looking at this interaction, what would you learn from it? Because this is a gentleman who essentially was trying to rescue a young woman from splashing juice. And she essentially said, you violated my space, you attacked me, and he's essentially apologizing for doing that. But then the boy is saying, so what is the rule? Like, you're not supposed to touch a girl at all? You're supposed to wait for the girl to say she likes you before you touch her? Are you supposed to rescue a girl that looks like she's in trouble? If you rescue the girl and she likes you, is it okay? If you rescue the girl and she doesn't like you, is that assault? You see all of these extra rules that are so different from just a boy and a girl liking each other?
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Right. I'm getting tired of this obsession with submissiveness. Look, if you're a man, just because you're born with it didn't mean a woman should submit to you. Okay? I don't like hearing from men, black men in particular, have this weird obsession with a woman submitting to them. But my thing is, are you qualified for her to submit to you?
Mm-hmm. If you're a young woman these days, you're being bombarded with an echoing messaging that's telling you that you don't want to be a mother because being a mother is akin to slavery. You want to be the rich auntie, but if you do choose to get married, remember that marriage is only solely beneficiary for men and that they're essentially sucking the life force out of you because there's no positive effect for men. But if you do get married, make sure you marry a guy that's got a bag because otherwise there's no benefit in the marriage for you. Also, make sure he cooks and cleans and make sure he doesn't play video games all the time. And then you have panderers that make it even worse.
But my thing is, are you qualified for her to submit to you? Mm-hmm. Some of these men are broken. Some of these men need to submit to a gym, submit to a therapist, submit a job application. Submit a job application! How about that? Cooking! Hey, cooking! Go ahead, baby. You getting tired of it? If that man is lacking in the areas where you need to feel safe and secure and comfortable in your relationship, he's not an alpha. He's not a man you should be chasing. He's not a man you should be giving your time to. Treat yourself like a brand new car. When you buy a car, you put down that down payment, you can pull it off the lot. But if you don't make monthly payments, guess what happens? They taking that shit away from you. If that man isn't making payments regularly of his time, of his resources, of his energy, of his loyalty, you repossess yourself. How about that?
What's sad about seeing these kinds of videos is that it used to be as simple as guy likes girl, girl likes guy, and they hold hands and they go together. But all of this interference is just jock blocking. It's just teaching young girls not to like men very much. And then there's the inevitable reality of what happens when a young lady doesn't find a man who loves her for who she is, and she doesn't turn out to be one of the top 30, 40% of income earners for women. And she's in the bottom 50, 60, 75%. I mean, reality is a mug.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
No, look, you know the deal. And we've done this before, and I think it's a pretty good deal for you. I mean, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, and what would your wife think?
Who cares what she thinks? Hey, is she here? No. Don't worry about her.
I told you that last time was the last time.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Okay, but you don't seem to get it. You're either going to take your clothes off and do what we did before. I mean, we've done it twice already. So we can do it again just like that. Nobody has to know.
Hey, whoa, look. You're not getting no check from me until I'm done, you understand?
I'm just gonna have to tell your wife, Mr. Ross.
Okay, I'll put her out on the street just like I'll put your ass out on the street. Don't worry, I pay her rent too. You know, I pay all her bills. Okay, look, are you, you're gonna either do, what do you want me to do? Hey, I'll take you out on a date. Would that help?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
No.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Okay, look, you got about 35 minutes to take off your clothes. The bed's right out here, and we're gonna do it, and then you can pay me the rent later. You won't have to worry about it anymore.
Of course, I don't condone this kind of behavior. I'm pretty sure that this is illegal. As a matter of fact, there's a good chance that this is a skit, but for every skit that resonates like this one, there are hundreds of propositions that are happening in real time simply because many of the young ladies aren't big-time boss girls like Oprah. Oprah can afford 5, 6 mansions on 3 or 4 different continents. And if you're sitting in front of Oprah, you can probably afford a couple beach houses on several different continents. But if you're somewhere working in the average group of people, there are guys that are struggling to pay rent. And if you're a young lady, are you going to move into your car and get your weapon and rough it in front of the Walmart? Or are you going to capitulate? That's the part that's being left out. It's amazing that we can take something that's so simple as a guy liking a girl and a girl liking a guy, and girl wants to be with guy and guy wants to protect girl. And we turn it into this rocket science where there's something innately wrong with that. Because you cannot tell me that any of this stuff, the money, the guys are energy vampires, any of that stuff matters to this girl when she's 6 years old. Now, if you ask some of the young ladies that would talk to Oprah, they would tell her that she has been imprinted on by some patriarchal society saying that she needs to be with this young boy and we need to get that teaching out of her. But if you look at it differently, that young boy is never, if she is with that young boy for the duration of their lifetimes, he would never allow her to be in a position where she has to do something unbecoming so that she has a place to stay. That's the part that's being left out of a lot of this talk that tells these young women that you should be a boss girl and do what you want to do and be a rich auntie and all of that stuff because it feels good to hear. But the truth of the matter is there's not a safer bet on this planet than to find a guy that is smitten with you and he wants to just take care of you. Because on average, the average guy is a decent guy. Otherwise, we'd have crazy streets with all kinds of craziness going on, and there would not be enough policemen to deal with it. But we don't have that. Yet and still, so many places on the modern internet are telling young women the average guy is no good. That little boy liked that little girl. That little boy would protect that little girl. They know that when they're 6 years old. Yet from the time that they're 6-year-olds to the time that they become adults, there's so much messaging that's telling that young girl how terrible men are and how dangerous men are. And even in the skit where a guy is cheating on his wife with someone who needs to pay rent, his wife will never have to worry about that problem. Why? Because he's paying for all of her bills. Now, can all men pay all the bills? No, but all men don't cheat. As a matter of fact, most men don't cheat, especially when they're in love. But that's the part that's just simply not being counted, being covered in this environment of jock blocking that is lying to women about how men really are. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.